We're on the ground now, watching 748 shovel up some wood. Just dropping a few pieces back there. See the mat and the access. Everything is tied in. He's gonna have to back those butts up a little bit. Whenever they go to getting up on top of the wood like that, they run off from underneath you. He done dropped this up here, and he's gonna have to add a little bit more on the other side over there. Pretty sure that's what he's bringing up here now. But this is his second. I guess they pass down through there, and sometimes it may take 3 or 4, 6 passes. The skidder running down there, picking up, half drag, quarter drag, and he'll bring it up. He may have to drop 2 or 3 pieces here, 2 or 3 pieces there, 6, 8 pieces here. It just varies. A lot of people done be quit this by now. And it's wet. Ain't no maybe so. This stuff is wet. You know that just running out of the tracks over on the cutter. It is wet. You would not be in here with a rubber tire. No maybe so's. I don't care how good you think you are, how big your tires are, how light your machine is, how long you've been doing it. I have people argue me all the time. Rubber tire go the same place that track machine will. It may if you're going in a straight line, just cutting the down roads. It may. Cause I can work pretty wet ground just down roading with a rubber tire. You are not gonna do what we're doing right now and not kill the ground with a rubber tire or get the production. Like I said in the previous clips, this is slow, most especially getting this mess started. Man, it's slow, but once you get it going and you kind of get your wood flowing, an experienced crew doing this, they're going to move almost as much wood doing this as you do, just regular. One cutter and one loader is all you need doing this. When you go doing the shovel thinning like this, I've learned in the past year, being on my own like I've been, you need 2 skidders. One doing what he's doing right now, shoveling up the row. The other one be over there skidding the wood, actually. And then once he gets a couple, 3 rows shoveled up, ready to go, he can fall back and help skid too. But you keep one machine doing the shoveling and you keep one machine doing the skidding, you don't really lose that much production. On our other job, we had the rubber tire running ahead of the track cutter following the rubber tire cutter. The track cutter cuts on top of the rubber tire cutter's wood, and 2 skidders following basically the one track cutter. Not only did they stay on top of his ass, but the woods they don't come out as clean as, not so tore up when it's just the track cutter cutting by itself. We had actually went to running 2 track machines on our big job at one time. We was running one that'd be paid for, close to paid for, and then we'd have a newer machine. the close to paid for one, it didn't cut anything when it was dry. It just kind of got hopped around, was our spare track cutter if the main one went down, you know, something like that. We worked some really, really wet ground doing that. Some really wet ground doing it like that. I think I'm really close to working the same ground wetness today than what we used to work with 2 track machines. Because I mean, technically you only have 1 track machine running in front of you. A lot of people though, they won't do this. They'll throw their hands up in the air and oh nope, it's too wet. I can't do that. They'll most of the time they'll just tell me, well, that's all we got, either work it or go home. I don't even fight it, and just we fall right in and keep on going, and we don't miss a lick. We wouldn't be missing anything if the roads were a little bit better in here. The ground hasn't hurt us any at all. What's hurt us right now is the roads. Where we're working at, they used to have probably some of the best infrastructure for hauling the timber in our state. And over the years of it just changing hands, they got rid of all their road crews and quit really managing the timber with control burns and stuff like that. You always have to go to the back and start. You know, you can't go halfway down one of these roads and you're like, oh, I'm just going to grab some wood from right here. No, you can't do that. You have to go to the back every time and grab whatever you need and bring up. You pull something out of the middle, 9 times out of 10, you're going to be adding that wood back if you didn't kill it before then. So anyway, I'm gonna hop back up in the cutter. May break the drone out. Try and get some more content. I'll be back. Finishing up the day. We'll watch old Danny on the 620. Build him some mats in his access here. all about getting that mess nice and straight and flat. You're going to do it from side to side, that way you got plenty of room to work. And he brought, I'd say it's about 3/4 of a drag up here. You can see I done had a couple of pieces laid out for him. I try and get at least something to give him a template to follow, because it's hard, it's hard to see off of those skidders, see what you're doing and getting things right. So I try and put at least 2 or 3 pieces in the access when it's like this. So you can see it's wet, it's boggy. We just didn't get our mats built on this stuff here before the rain. And it just tears up. But you put the wood there, it fixes it. You can see back over here behind me, got another row started. I'm almost done with it. Just heal that mess up like that, and watch him, he's gonna try and slap that water, splash me. No, maybe not. Nice and gentle. Got a little bit more up there he's going to go pick up, and he's going to put that over here on his left side, kind of right in there. One of the best things about them putting the turnaround seats in the skidders, for guys like us that do this, man, you talk about save a skidder driver's neck, son. It'll save you for sure. You can just see so much better back here with what you're doing and everything now, and the turnaround seat was a great addition to the skidders. We used to do this just like this with the bogey skidders. But our bogey skidders did not have turnaround seats. They were just standard old, regular old skidders. Man, you talk about work yourself to death, not be able to see. It was a nightmare. Now he'll go back down that road. That should be good enough to get started on. You can see that little hole right there, and a little bit of weak spot right there. And on up front up there is another weak spot. And there's some right there. He'll probably fill this in right here with a little bit of slash from the set. But this right here, it just depends on your operator. Some of them, they'll leave that. Some of them will, they'll make their skid off of this row like that. Some of them will pull out a piece of a drag and put it in the excess up there and grab 1 or 2 pieces off the top, or just they'll drop 1 or 2 pieces on purpose when they come out, and then keep on trucking to the set. Whenever they come back, their wood's already laying there. Some of them will just leave it like that, and they'll wait till they get on the next row here, and they'll come out from here and pull up there and drop, when it's in the access nice and straight. But it's A lot of people do this in my area. A lot of people have their own versions and beliefs and everything else. We have our ways. Our ways work really good for the last at least 12 years since I've been out here, working on 13 years now. A lot of people do this to an extent in my area. Most people, they won't even mat their access as good as I do my down rows. But like I said, we spend more time working than we do moving usually. So long as the roads hold up underneath us. I mean, 9 times out of 10, if we have to quit a track, it's not because of the ground, it's because of the road system that we have to work with here. It's the roads are just not what they used to be. But I mean, if the timber's not right and we can't, you know, the timber has to be right for us to mat wet ground efficiently. It really has to be planted in good rows, and it has to be, I mean, this is exceptional. It doesn't have to be this good. This really helps things. But it needs to be 35, 40 foot tall. A good solid 6-8 inch average butt diameter. That's kind of a basic minimum to do this and do it right. I mean, I've done it in situations well worse than that. You can do it without rows, but the ground has got to be a little bit better. Whenever it's in good rows like this, you can keep the track cutter on the wood as you're cutting. Also, I just had to take y'all by the hand and show y'all. It's night and day difference. Night and day difference in how the ground works when you keep the cutter on top of the wood versus just tracking around. People think these things will float. They will sink so fast, it's unreal. They've gotten so heavy today. The first ones I started running back in 2006, 2008 area, they were, most of those weighed like 45, 50,000 pounds. I think some of those little bit smaller John Deere machines we had were like 40, 42,000. The Tigercat machines, though, up until we got the 822D, those were like 55,000 pounds. The 822D was like 60,000 pounds. This thing here without a head on it is 68,000 pounds. It works wet ground really good for as heavy as it is. But I mean, 68,000 pounds. You think about trying to float 68,000 pounds. It's quite remarkable that you can do it. And most of this down in here where we're at, you would not even be driving a four-wheeler or a UTV or whatever you want to call those things. So I guess we'll go ahead and wrap this video up for the day. Here Danny coming again. We got some wood out. We got some wood started for in the morning. It's plenty for the skidders to start on. Hopefully we'll have 3 good days to hit it before the rain gets here again. Try and make up a little bit for missing 2 days of hauling this week. You watch, you just gotta, dude's being an idiot. He just slows down. You gotta keep your machine, he didn't get his left side tires up on the wood before he started trying to turn. That's the biggest thing, is you got to make sure you keep that machine up on the wood, but once you start trying to turn it, as you saw, it don't want to get up on the wood. what he needs to do is, I don't know if y'all can see this, trying to zoom in a little bit. There's one piece right there. He needs to grab that piece and pull it back and then finish filling all that in with wood, and that'll make that turn a lot easier for him. But anyway, I hope y'all enjoy watching this. Hopefully somebody's learning something. Hell, maybe somebody's learning something from this and able to make a little bit of money from it. Maybe somebody will learn or watch this and try and start doing it. It's a daunting process, very tedious, very frustrating, make you want to just put your face through the window half the time, because I mean, man, it's hard to explain till you've done it. I mean, once you've done it for, I've been doing it now for full shoveling like this. I've been doing it 10, 11 winters now, fully. My first winter trying to learn how to do this, I literally thought I was gonna have to give it up. It's hard. Floorboard is kind of dirty, but peel these towels back. Look up underneath the, oh my God, look, fresh clean floor. So yeah, I am a big clean freak. Neat clean freak. But anyway, hopefully y'all enjoyed watching this today. We'll try and get some more of this kind of stuff tomorrow for y'all, and we'll catch y'all later.